Hi. I want to talk about how much we live in a state of fear, and sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it because it's unconscious. And this can come from childhood programming, childhood conditioning, trauma, state of protection, always wanting to live in a state of protection because we're always living in survival mode. So how many times have we said or done something we regret it later because we acted out of anger or we acted out of fear? How many times have we rejected an amazing opportunity because we didn't feel good enough? So we sabotaged it or just said no and pushed it away. How many times have we had the chance to open up and be vulnerable with someone? Be seen or ask for help, but we just couldn't do it because we didn't want to seem weak. We didn't want to look vulnerable. We didn't want to seem vulnerable. How many times are we looking back at the past and we're still holding hatred or anger or resentment towards someone that maybe would have something that would have happened 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago? Maybe it was something you did, maybe something you said, maybe something somebody else did to you. How many times have we not listened to our intuition and regret it later? How many times have we judged people? Don't even know them, never met them, just passing by. How many times have we been in a room and maybe we didn't agree with something that was said or something we wanted to say, but we held ourselves back. We played small. We were afraid to speak what we wanted to say because we might be judged or how we might look or how we might think. How many times have you been offered to look at something differently, from a different perspective? How many times are you holding yourself back? Maybe from doing things you really want to do, or saying things you really want to say. How many times do you beat up on yourself about something you said or did, or something you didn't say or do? How many times are you sitting there feeling shameful, regretful, guilty? How many times are you not showing yourself compassion and love and understanding and forgiveness? How many times are we repeating something over and over and over and we're not learning the lesson? And then dealing with the consequences after. How much are we living in fear that we're not even really aware of? Right? If we had to take a bird's eye view of ourselves and really look at ourselves and see ourselves, how much we do live in fear. How much we hold ourselves back. How much we do things out of anger and rage and resentment. How many times we don't stop to just pause for a minute, to calm down, to really think things out, to take a leap of faith, to jump, to think that, yeah, we may not feel good enough, but you know what? We can learn a skill. We'll get there. We'll get there. The opportunity wouldn't show up if you weren't ready. How many times do we hold ourselves back from speaking our heart, speaking what's really on our heart with someone, or asking for help, like I said, right? How many times do we do these things? A lot. And more than we even realize. How many times have you pushed others away that were probably just trying to love you, just trying to help you, just trying to be good to you? And no one can really hurt you. You know why? Because if you really know yourself and you really trust yourself, you can see red flags. You know when something feels off. You know when someone's not coming from a good place. So no one can really hurt you because you can trust in what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you're sensing. So you can walk away or not be around people or not involve yourself. So living with a caged heart, you're just holding yourself back. from receiving a whole lot of good, experiencing a whole lot of good. Fear. It's an acronym. And it stands for false evidence appearing real. A lot of the times, how many times can you relate we feared something and it didn't even happen? Or we held ourselves back out of fear and then regretted it. Or felt silly because we even felt fear in the beginning, you know? But we're human, we're going to feel fear. We're human, we're going to try to protect ourselves, especially if we've been living in survival mode all of our lives. And that's why it's really good to start taking a look at yourself. Stop and take a minute and really look at yourself. Pause in these moments. Learn from your lessons. Start working on yourself. Start healing what needs to be healed so you can start living more in a state of love. So you can give more love, so you can attract more love. Because you deserve that. Because others deserve that as well. So you can live more from a state of peace. And then you can start taking leaps and bounds. And maybe an amazing experience will come out of it and you'll be blown away. You know, you can get things off your chest and say what you want to say, and speak openly and live freely, you know. Living in survival mode is a whole place of fear. Fear in so many ways. How do you go from surviving to thriving? Well, thriving is a place of not fear, right? It's the opposite. Taking more chances, speaking up, going after things, pausing. Falling more into compassion, falling more into love. I think that's everything I wanted to cover about talking about this. Pretty sure. Oh, another is, how much are we living in urgency? How much do we need to run around and feel like we need to run around and chase and strive and go after everything and attain everything to feel productive, to feel like we're not lazy, to feel like we're attaining something in life, or so society won't judge us? How much are we living for others' opinions, others' approval? Sorry, my cat just went wild and jumped up on the TV, literally. I have 2 one-year-old cats, and they're still so young and so wild. And they test me almost every day, right? I have to hold back my anger, my frustration. And I haven't been perfect, especially when they're really out of control. Sometimes I have to get out the water bottle. It's a last resort, but these are wild animals that we're trying to tame. Think about it. Their ancestors are cheetahs, lions, pumas, tigers, right? It's all in the DNA. It's all in their blood. Now, I've never seen that one do that. That was pretty intense. It's funny. I find when I'm talking, they get the most wild, maybe because they think they're not being watched, right? I don't know. But they're wild, I'll tell you. They're wild. Anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time to listen and live more from a place of love. Only good can come from it. Only you can benefit from it. Only others can benefit from it. Give love whenever you can. Live from a state of love whenever you can. Give love whenever you can. Yes, protect yourself, but do it from a place of love, not because you're in a place of fear. Okay? Love is all. Love will always win. Have a good night. Bye.